Hello, greetings again. We are again on marriage life. You are welcome to this session, and today we'll be looking at some aspect in marriage, which is the seasons. Each marriage has a season. The Bible says in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 that there is a season for everything, and so in marriage, marriages go through seasons. And so we'll be looking at some seasons in marriage so that you understand why you are going through what you are going through now. If you have noticed, you will see that most divorces takes place after people have had children, maybe 2, 3, 4 children. You'll be wondering, how can people be married for all this long time and they are getting divorced? Maybe you are stuck in an unhappy marriage and you no longer love your spouse. Maybe you have tried to solve the problems in many different ways. The issue may just be that you don't understand the season in which you people are. There are some few seasons in marriage that you need to know and you understand what to do. The first season in marriage is what people popularly call as the honeymoon, which is usually the very initial stage of marriage. And in this stage, there's usually a lot of happiness. There's a lot of extreme joy, excitement, freshness. No children, no housemate. So it's you and your husband. At this time, you hardly realize the faults of your husband. Even if he messes up, you don't have any problem because at this time you people are in love. It's mostly the romantic love at this stage, and so people are usually so excited in this stage, the honeymoon stage. Mistakes are not seen, corrections are not done. It's usually about love, about romance, about having interest in each other. But I want to tell you that it is a very critical stage in marriage. This is a stage where you need to set the ground rules before children start coming in. It's a stage where you need to determine how your family will look like tomorrow before housemate and other people start coming in. So this honeymoon stage is usually more of romantic love. The second stage in marriage is when children start coming in. Many people term it either the power struggle stage, where attention is being shifted from your spouse. This is a very critical stage in marriage. Here children comes in, uh, spouses begin to shift their attention to the children, and that's when complaints start coming in. Either one person is complaining, you are not actually looking at me. The whole day the mother will stay with the children or the father will stay with the children, and in the evening they don't have attention for each other. The romantic love that was in the first stage begins to disappear. And in this stage, that is where you are not careful, immorality will set in. Since attention is not being paid to each other, there's a tendency that someone tends to look upside. He begins to feel that my spouse don't love me the way he used to do before. But it's just the power struggle between children. More so if housemate comes in and then mothers-in-laws come in to visit, you start feeling so distant apart. That romantic love in the first stage is not there. That emotional needs are not met in time. Your emotional needs are not usually met on time. So it is a normal stage. I want to tell you that it is normal to go through this stage. And you have to be victorious in this stage. You don't need to look upside. It is just the situation. And if you walk through this stage, you will likely have a healthy marriage after. So I want to challenge you, if you are in this stage in your marriage where you are bringing up children have started going to schools, you spend hours upon them, and you don't have time for your spouse. People need to understand each other. This stage is a very critical stage. This is a stage where many divorces take place because spouses start to feel that this person don't love me. This is where you begin to see the errors of your spouse. Things that were never seen before, you are beginning to see it now. So I want to tell you that it is very important to walk through this stage normally. After this stage is a stage where we You have some stability now. You have some stability. You have now accept your spouse as a unique individual. You are now accepting his errors. You are able to understand his trait. You are able to let the person go with some errors in life, errors that were not permitted before, because you now understand that uh, life with children is a different thing. And in this stage, if you're not careful, it becomes very boring because mostly the routine things are being done. This stage is usually very boring in marriage. You have to create some excited activities that can excite you, people like going out, maybe visiting the beach, going out to a recreational area, and then moving around, attending to workshops, and doing other things that can create some excitement in marriage. And the next stage is the commitment stage. Is where you people have to recognize that you are ideal people. Here you begin to focus on investment. Here you begin to look toward retirement. You are thinking of, after this number of years, how are we going to be? So it's very, very important to know the stages in marriage. You have to evolve. You have to evolve, and then you get into the old stage, the retirement age, where you now have to do things jointly, where you have to support each other. It's a stage where you support each other, where each spouse needs to support each other. You are all of age. Maybe your children have all gone. Some of them are all married. You don't have other children. You don't have anybody to take care of you. You start bringing in grandchildren to help you in the house, or you know, it's a stage where there is teamwork. If you have noticed, you'll see that our old parents cooperate more at this stage in life. There's a lot of cooperation. They have gone through all the fightings, they have gone through all the challenges, all the accusations. Now they have settled to themselves. And it's usually a very nice stage. I pray that every one of us will reach at this stage where you can have time to support each other at old age. Marriage life wants to encourage you. I don't know which season in which your marriage is. Maybe you're having some challenges because you don't know the particular season in which you are. Maybe there's a lot of quarreling, there is a lot of mistrust between you and your spouse. Just ask yourself, which season are we in our marriage today? And it will help you to make adjustment accordingly to that season. So I bring you blessings, I bring you encouragement. Then don't give up in your marriage, no matter the season. In Ecclesiastes 3, the Bible says there is a season for everything. There's a season to cry, there's a season to laugh, a season to embrace, a season not to embrace. All those seasons also fall in our marriages. So understand which season in which your marriage is. If it's a season for investment, do the investment. If it's a season to educate. If it's a season to sow seed. Because when you miss each of the season, it will affect your marriage tomorrow. So I bless you, and I pray that God will help you as you keep through and forge ahead with your marriage life. God bless you once more.